6th grade. Welcome back to learning about analogies. The other day we learned about the basics of analogies, and today we are going to take it one step further. I gave you a hint of it in our last lesson. Let's take a look at what we're learning today. Analogies, as we know, are used to compare two sets of words or two groups of words that have a similar relationship. First, we have to identify the relationship in the first pair before we can complete the second part. Identifying that relationship is going to help us better understand the words. The types of relationships that we're using are cause and effect, part and whole, or item and category. When we're solving these analogies today, our first job, just like last time, is going to be to determine the relationship of the first pair. And then, this is a new step, we have to determine which part of the relationship is missing from our analogy. Here's an example. This is the one that I gave you a sneak peek of in our last lesson. Turtle is to reptile as blank is to mammal. The relationship of turtle and reptile is item and category. In this example, I am missing the item in the second part. I have the category of mammal, but I am missing the item. So I need a word that has the same relationship with mammal. A type of mammal would be what? Well, there's a lot of type of mammals that we could put in there, but for this example, we're going to use dog is to mammal. Turtle is to reptile as dog is to mammal. The common relationship between these words is item category. Let's try this one. Funeral is to mourning, as in like crying and sadness, as blank is to celebrating. Well, when I'm looking at the first pair of words, funeral and mourning, I know that this is a cause and effect relationship. A funeral can cause mourning or loss and grief. So when I'm looking at the second part, I know that I'm missing the cause of celebrating. What could be a cause of celebration? There's a lot of different things that we could use to fill in the blank. I put wedding is to celebrating. Funeral is to mourning, as wedding is to celebrating. I could have put graduation. I could have put birthday. There's a lot of reasons that we could celebrate, but this is one example that would fulfill the needs of our analogy. Keyboard is to computer as blank is to car. Well, I know that a keyboard is a part of a computer. So in the second section, it looks like I am missing the part of the car. What could be a part of a car that we could use to fill in the blank? I chose window. Keyboard is to computer as window is to car. You could have chosen door or wheel or steering wheel or radio. Anything that would be a part of a car would be acceptable because the common relationship here is part whole. Algebra is to math as blank is to fish. Now, I know that you guys have done algebra and geometry and other types of math this year, so I know that algebra is a type of math. This is item and category. Algebra is the item, math is the category. I'm missing the item in my second part, so I'm missing something that is a type of fish. What is a type of fish? Well, you have a lot of different things that you could put in there. For my example, I used the word trout. A trout is a type of fish. So is a bass or a bluegill or a catfish or a gar. There's all kinds of fish. You want to go smaller, you could go with clownfish or a goldfish or a betta fish. All kinds of fish out there. As long as the common relationship is item and category, your example is good to go. All right, so it is time for your independent practice. Just like you did the other day, you are going to tell me what is the answer that would fill in the blank, and then tell me what the shared word relationship is. When you're looking at shell is to egg, as blank is to orange, we need to know, is shell and egg cause and effect? Is it part and whole? Or is it item and category? And then tell me what would fill in the blank the best.